They're the ones who turn up when we need them the most. The police, the fireys, the AMBOs, SES volunteers, frontline workers who have our backs. But who has theirs? There is an organisation dedicated to helping the helpers when they need it, and it's recruited some Aussie music stars to record songs about first responders, for first responders, called We See You. They're the fearless, fabulous frontline heroes. But they're much more than that.
They're mates of ours, they're rellos of ours.
They're ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
And they're you and I. You don't have to wait till you're on a gurney or a stretcher or, you know, getting off the top of the roof in a flood till you go, gee, they do good work.
Straight through the chainsaw.
Paul Field is a fully fledged fan of our frontline workers.
There's like 390,000 of them, and the work they do is full on.
He's also the Wiggles' former manager and very well connected in the music industry. So he's recruited some mates for a project to help our frontline heroes.
'Cause you're always there when the siren stings.
All of us need help, let alone trauma that they witness or they're a part of, seeing sometimes on a daily basis. They need our help and our thanks. This project is about those two things.
No one ever needs to hurt alone.
So what difference will this album make?
This is amazing. Songs for first responders, about first responders. An incredible opportunity to highlight the great work that first responders do and to thank them for what they do every single day for us.
The album is called We See You, but you won't hear Mick Willing on it.
Not my forte, and how could you compete with some of these amazing artists that we've got?
You will hear him talking about Fortum.
Fortum itself is Latin for brave, and that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about first responders, of course, who are doing extraordinary things across the community and keeping us all safe. But sometimes they need to talk to somebody outside their particular organisations.
The former New South Wales Deputy Police Commissioner had 30 years in the force. Now he's CEO of the organisation, supporting frontline workers and their families in their times of need. And without that help, what are the consequences?
Well, you know, it's a difficult job. We're seeing first responders more likely to experience PTSD and those type of, I guess, mental health challenges moving forward. You know, we need to build resilience across our first responder community, and that's what Fortum is designed to do. You know, I was one of those people during 30 years in policing that didn't really throw my hand up. But when I left policing, I thought, you know what, I need to. And I did, and I'm so glad I did.
Kevin Bennett has the title song on the album.
When Paul asked me to write a song about first responders, I thought, oh, that'd be great.
Then struggled to hit the right chord.
A month later, I thought, how do I do that? I just couldn't find my way into it. And somewhere in the middle of all the gobbledygook I was singing, there was We See You. The moment I heard that, I thought, that's it.
When we all need a helping hand,
That's the sad part of it to me, that these people don't get recognised every day for what they do.
we see.
Silence is a heavy burden, bed is built, the bird is flown. If you call, I will answer, no one needs to hurt alone.
Country superstar duo Felicity Urquhart and Josh Cunningham's contribution is more about the need to hear them.
You were live again.
Getting people to speak and to let them know that there is help there. We don't have to hurt alone. So we were like, wow, we can really work with this.
Strength is gone, you won't last. Dogged pages of your...
For Felicity, it's deeply personal.
I understand what that feels like to live with someone who is hurting and suffering. My own story, reflecting on that, I lost my husband to suicide, and I needed first responders there for me in that awful time. They were there, the police were there for me.
No one ever needs to hurt alone. Hurt alone.
And how have first responders impacted you, Josh?
Yeah, well, I'm from the South Coast as well, and I remember vividly the 2019 when the fires were literally on my doorstep. You know, we evacuated a couple of times from my property.
Sometimes I think it's just a matter of time till my number comes up on the thin blue line. Fear's just a phantom in the corner of my mind.
They're among a large group of talented Aussie musos lending their talents to raise funds and awareness.
The radio was alive at night, red and blues flashing on a hot March night.
Tell me about the collection of musos that you've gathered here. Have you delved into your little black book, have you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, how do I get to know about the reality of the Vietnam War? Through John Schumann's song, I Was Only 19. Now, he's written a song called Graduation Day for this album.
It says run, but your heart says stay. But I made a promise on graduation day.
There's a song by Shane Nicholson called Ghosts about a mate of mine who was 25 years in homicide. And it's about a real person. Reg and Pete from the Mentals way back, who are now in a group called Dog Trumpet. Dog Trumpet have written about the Lismore floods. Right, just check out the album, you'll love it.
Buy it, please buy it. You might think it's a small thing to pay for an album that might help first responders. It's a big thing. You know, if a lot of people do it, it'll change perception, it'll change everything about getting people help when they need it.
Nowadays it's a bit more than a Macca's meal, and you're really helping good people, and you're going to have a ball on your next drive.
Yeah, they're fantastic songs, a great cause, and the album We See You is available now on the Fortum website. All the details are on ours.